A lot of weird injuries happen in sports. The weird world of sports can sometimes present us with unique oddities, unusual physical breaks, and optimism, if you will. NFL players, like all human beings, are never safe from injury, even off the field during the offseason. So let's see the 10 weirdest injuries in NFL history.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Number 10. Gus Frerotte. Okay, let's be honest, it wasn't funny then at all. Yeah, you're right, we're talking about former Washington Redskin quarterback Gus Frerotte. It was one of the wackiest moments in the NFL, and it happened in front of a national audience. On November 23rd, 1997, in a Sunday Night Football showdown against the NFC East rival New York Giants, the Washington Redskins found themselves in a scoreless tie. On 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line, Redskins quarterback Gus Frerotte rolled out and found his way into the end zone to put the Redskins in front. While celebrating, he headbutted a padded cement wall, spraining his neck. He managed to get back on the field, completing 2 of his 4 passes, but the pain worsened and he wound up going to a local hospital. It happened, and I've been able to move on from it, but I still can talk about it because it was a part of my life, he said. You know, it didn't define me, and it still doesn't define me, and that's what's great. I think if I didn't laugh about it, I wouldn't have been able to go on and play another 10 years after that. Number 9. Chris Hanson. It was 2003 when rookie coach Jack Del Rio placed a stump of oak and an axe in the Jacksonville Jaguars locker room as a motivational technique, symbolic of his theme to keep chopping wood. Well, the move turned out to be a huge mistake. Players all took a hack at the stump, and then it was punter Chris Hanson's turn. Swinging the axe and missing, Hanson hit himself and gashed his right leg. It all ended up leaving blood all over the locker room and ending his season. As it turned out, the injury was severe enough that he needed surgery to close up a gash on his right, non-kicking leg. Mike Perkins, the director of football technology and facilities who purchased the axe and found the stump at head coach Jack Del Rio's request, kept it in his office, and it remains there today. Number 8. Owen Schmitt. During the Seattle Seahawks-Jacksonville Jaguars pre-game player announcements, fullback Owen Schmitt wanted to get himself fired up and ready, and he decided to do that by smashing his helmet into his head repeatedly. The resulting images showed Schmitt wandering the sidelines with blood pouring down his face. The helmet smashing left a nice gash on his forehead that required stitches to close. He still played in the game, but his bloodstained jersey was a reminder of his pre-game insanity. Number 7. Jason Pierre-Paul. Although the 4th of July is a day of celebration for most Americans, the holiday holds a different significance for Pierre-Paul. In 2015, he had a serious hand injury in a fireworks accident, changing the course of his life and career. He had purchased $1,100 worth of fireworks, and the festivities took a turn for the worst. While doctors were able to save his hand, Pierre-Paul spent 2.5 weeks in the hospital. He underwent multiple surgeries and lost his right index finger. Number 6. Derrick Mason. If you thought that NFL injuries happened while playing football, well, make sure to think again. Believe it or not, Derrick Mason, an NFL player, got hurt while playing golf. Back in May of 2003 at a charity golf event, Derrick Mason broke his right hand while teeing off. It's just one of those freak things that happened, Mason said. I hit the ball the wrong way and kind of twisted my hand. I might as well rest it now and get back at it at the end of June. He was using a driver off of the tee when he hit behind the ball and into the ground. The hand started to swell immediately, and he knew he had done something wrong. The injury occurred while Mason was taking part in a big charity weekend for the Titans, and his x-ray on the hand revealed that a third bone in the hand was fractured. I've been telling people I was rescuing my dog or something and I slipped and fell, Mason joked to the paper. I can see getting hurt in other sports, but not that one. Hey, things happen. It was just bad luck. Number 5. Orlando Brown. December 19th, 1999 was a dark day for the NFL and the Cleveland Browns. Offensive tackle Orlando Brown was hit in the eye by a flag thrown by referee Jeff Triplett in a game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jeff immediately tried to apologize to Brown, who then went ballistic and shoved Triplett to the ground. The lineman was immediately ejected from the game and suspended by the NFL. The massive lineman suffered the loss of vision and damage to his right eye. The injury didn't heal, and he missed 3 seasons because of that. Cleveland president Carmen Policy said the Browns decided to release Brown, who had been on the physically unable to perform list after team doctors told them there was no significant improvement in the player's eye. We are convinced there is absolutely no light at the end of the tunnel in terms of Orlando returning to the playing field in 2000, Policy said. Number 4, Bill Gramatica field goal celebration. This one is more or less the crown jewel of self-inflicted celebration injuries, and of course, it came from a kicker. And as I always say, celebrating excessively makes you a sore loser. Here is kicker Bill Gramatica's case. Arizona Cardinals Gramatica hyperextended his right knee, jumping into the air to celebrate a first-quarter field goal against the New York Giants. After making a 42-yard field goal into a stiff breeze, Gramatica ran toward the Cardinals bench, jumped, and pumped his fist. When the rookie landed, he started limping on his right leg, which is his plant leg, on kicks. Actually, he was never the same after the injury, going from making 16 of 20 field goals his rookie year to being out of the NFL 3 years later. Well, at least he has a good sense of humor about it. My jump was excellent, it was my landing I needed to work on. It was funny, it was part of my career. I talk about it all the time, you have to laugh about it, he said. Number 3, Kendall Simmons. Pittsburgh Steelers offensive lineman Kendall Simmons struggled with injuries throughout his career. He was all too familiar with the trainer's table during his playing career, although most of the injuries were not his fault. But all the injuries he suffered in his career, none were stranger than what happened to him in 2006. Actually, this one is just great and odd. Pittsburgh started the 2006 season 1-3 after a loss to the San Diego Chargers, the Steelers' 3rd straight defeat. Simmons wanted to spend his Monday night watching a Monday Night Football game between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. And while enjoying the Broncos' victory, he fell asleep with a cooling device on his left foot. And guess what happened? He woke up with frostbite on his foot and heel. The injury caused him to miss the next game in hopes that his wound wouldn't worsen. And with the loss of Simmons, unfortunately it made Pittsburgh's desperate situation even worse. Number 2, Lamar Houston celebrating a sack. Let's go back to the 2014 NFL season. Lamar Houston was injured while attempting to celebrate after sacking New England Patriots quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo in the 4th quarter of the Bears' 51-23 loss. Leaping in the air, Houston landed awkwardly on his right knee and went to the turf. It appeared as if he would be okay after being picked up by a teammate, but he soon realized he could not put weight on the leg and was carted off the field. "I probably shouldn't have celebrated like that, but it happens," Houston said. It was actually Houston's first sack of the year after signing a $35 million contract in the offseason. Number 1, the Q-tip incident. Were you waiting for the weirdest injury in the NFL history ever? Well, here you have the most bizarre injury. In case you haven't heard, the injury was suffered by Chase Blackburn, New York's 3rd-year backup middle linebacker and special teams player, in the locker room after the Giants' 16-3 victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. It seems Blackburn was tending to some personal hygiene, cleaning his ear with a Q-tip, when a member of the media ran past him in a crowded locker room, bumping into his arm, projecting the swab into his ear canal, nearly puncturing his eardrum and causing extensive bleeding. His hearing was affected, but doctors informed him it would return to normal once the blood dissipated. Could you imagine that happening? So next time you decide to clean your ears, make sure you are doing it as safely as possible. Regardless, you do have to keep your ears clean. Which NFL injury was the weirdest? Do you know of any other stranger stories? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video, and thank you for watching.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.